Okay. So where does all that water come from? It seems to be coming from everywhere, and it seems to be coming from nowhere. Well, I asked my wife. She said, "Don, you dummy, it comes from the sky." What guy? Nice fish. Okay, I got an idea. It's been about maybe around 10 years since I've been to the back of the property here. The majority of the property here that this house sits on is this way out back. And then after that, there's nothing but forest. There's no houses, no nothing for hundreds of square miles. I think I want to go up top. Since I haven't been up there for about 10 years, it might be a little bit challenging to get up there. Well, because we're not walking, we're going to take the quad. So let's go. Okay, so attempting to go up there without a saw would be silly. There's bound to be something in my way. It's got a sock on there to protect it, so it should be all good. But I mean, it hasn't started for probably a year or two. This one. Something that just came to mind that reminded me of what happened a long time ago. You should always take a saw with you if you're going to be going out, you know, somewhere remote on the ATV or even in your vehicle. Take a saw. You might say, well, why? What if there's a tree across the road? I'll just turn around and go and come back. Well, no, that's not necessarily the case. We were out one time way up in the middle of nowhere, and one way in, one way out, a tree fell across. Big old growth tree fell across the road. There would have been no way we would have got by it. Lucky that there was 4 of us there. We had to lift the quads up over this huge tree. So, good idea. Saw, chainsaw, axe, even a hatchet could save you. Okay, this thing started relatively easy. Works fine. You might be thinking, oh, that's a tiny little saw. Well, it's big enough to do whatever I have to do with it. It's a good size to carry on the quad. I don't want to take one of my big saws, don't need it. Especially if there's a lot of, you know, small limbs and crap. This works good for that. A little bit of a pain putting the socks on, but the bigger saw, I usually have to cut a sleeve off a jean jacket or something like that, because I'm a cheapskate. I don't want to buy a case for it. Oh, you're ready to go, aren't you? Okay, looks like this is going to be the quad of choice today. Okay, this is our first stop on the tour.
So this is an old English car to Austin of England. The body's still pretty much, well, it's completely rust free. Wouldn't it make a cool hot rod sitting on like a older Chevy S10, those little pickup frames?
Now, I've kind of lost the old trail. Let's try this way.
These roads you see are old skidder roads back when this was selectively logged, way before my time.
Let's go!
Okay. I mentioned before taking the quads on a ride to an old mine. That video's still coming, just kind of waiting on the snow and the weather.
Okay, we're still not right to the top. It gets steep up there. So this is about as far as we're gonna get. I took a completely different route than what we used to have to get here. Nice place to build a cabin though. Whacked down a few trees, got a view of the whole valley here. So I think we're about maybe 3/4 of the way up here. So coming up somewhere like this, I mean on the quad, it's no big deal. With the dog, it's no big deal. Otherwise, if I was just walking and I was alone, I'd bring a rifle. We kind of live on it's called a game trail. So, I mean, what we've seen here multiple times is black bear, not so worried about them. Grizzlies, mom and cubs, more than one occasion. Cougars, more than one occasion. So, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be walking alone and come between a mom and cubs. And grizzly, that is. Well, even black bear. But, yeah, because it's a game trail, all the deers, moose, all the woodland creatures tend to frequent this area. And it has to do with the topography of it. Deers will stay on, they'll stay on mountaintops or whatever the highest area they can until they get down to the valley where they're headed. And that's what this is here. So that's the reason there's trails every which way. I hear a quad. Sounds like it's down at my place. Anyways, let's head back down. Let's go, Ben, back down. If we can find the way, we'll find our way. See that poop right there? That's probably a wolf. Not a wolf, a wolf. And this? That's very fresh moose. More moose. Might not be able to tell by looking, but this is quite steep here. That's the reason for going slow.
Thanks for watching, eh?